I think an inclusive community starts with like sort of like compassion between everyone, um, understanding that, like especially in like an academic setting, every voice that's spoken comes from a very different, unique background.
One of the main concepts I teach with is an intersectional approach, a very intersectionality kind of place where the experience of a able-bodied white trans man like myself is a very different experience than like a Black trans man or a non-binary Asian student, and it's important to be conscious of all those different privileges and vulnerabilities and perspectives that all the different people bring, and never seeing LGBTQ as a monolith.
Inclusion isn't necessarily about just making room for some more people at the same table, but really creating a table that works for everyone. And I think that's what inclusion looks like, not necessarily representation and certainly not tokenism, but how do we change the environment in which academia operates?
I always think that comprehensive education is important, and having everybody kind of go through trainings on how to support, acknowledge and support queer folks at Hopkins. There are some very basic things that could be done, like everybody has to have their pronouns in their signatures. Their signage should be inclusive, and bathroom spaces should be inclusive.
Probably the most accessible way we can create queer spaces is to create academic queer spaces. I have been lucky to interact with allies and queer people in the community as professors, and that's been pretty wonderful to see and to have. It's pretty few and far in between.
It's important to be able to, as someone who is from an underrepresented community, or someone who's from a LGBTQ or unique identity, it's important to see people that are similar backgrounds or similar identities to you performing in positions that you might aspire to be.
The overall climate is like seeing other people can live a regular life with being part of the LGBTQ, just to see them still have a successful career and also living authentically. See them kind of give me the inspiration. It's possible to being true to yourself while still doing excellent work.
Especially last semester, my the English professor, he was teaching William Shakespeare. He is an openly gay man, and he's proud. He has been married for 29 years. I do think he's a huge part of the reason that why I declare an English major is he really set that role model, become amazing professors while being a gay man. Being an openly gay man, it's hard. So I do think Hopkins have that initiative, has that environment, but we just need more of that.
As with like most other minority groups, there's always like work to be done. A lot of unlearning, like this institution perhaps was not built to be like in its foundation LGBTQ plus inclusive, and for that there are a lot of ways that more LGBTQ inclusivity to be weaved into the mechanisms, right? But I think I can see the work that's being put in with these efforts, for example, these initiatives. It's a step in the right progress, and as of right now I feel embraced.